I haven't designed anything for fun or for my own pleasure in a longer time now. I think I've been just very busy with uni and haven't had the time to just sit down and have a little bit of fun with Photoshop. So today my idea was just to sit down and film myself and my process while creating a poster. The poster I want to make, I'm going to base it on a quote that I wrote. This quote I actually wrote last month during a creative writing workshop I took from this girl. Her account on Insta is called Luna Tinta y Pluma. She's this amazing writer from Ecuador who I just randomly found on Instagram, and I saw that she was offering like workshops, so I ended up signing up even though I don't write at all. It was definitely very challenging and just like a new experience for me, but I did end up writing this little short quote that I actually really liked, and I will read it to you. It's in Spanish, but don't worry, I will translate it. And the quote reads, El casi algo, so like what if, es la madriguera del conejo, que aunque me mate la curiosidad por saber a dónde me lleva, sé que si me asomo, caigo. So it definitely has a lot of Alice in Wonderland kind of imagery going on. So I just thought that it would be fun to try and create something out of this little thing I wrote. And I actually already started making a Pinterest board just to kind of figure out what vibe I kind of want to go for. So here's my Pinterest board. You can definitely tell that I'm very into like the spring mood right now. Obviously, there are already some images of just like rabbits that I think I would want to use. It's definitely very like pastel and like fairy core, ethereal looking. I'm also really into like collage art right now. This one especially really caught my eye. Sadly, I will have to imitate this style digitally because I don't have a printer or a scanner, and yeah, I don't think it's going to be that simple to do all of that if I want to do like an analog collage. So I will just do my best creating something similar digitally. But other than that, I don't really have a plan on what I want to do. I think I have like the overall idea, but my plan is basically just to wing it. So I set up the Photoshop file. I just added some very basic like layouting grid. So now we can basically just get into it, I guess. Maybe I'll just start by adding like the text and key elements so I can kind of have an idea on how I want to place the things on a poster, but we will see. Okay, so the translation to English definitely feels a little rough, but it's okay because it won't be in the foreground. I think I'll just have it as like a very little detail, pretty well hidden. So I'm just gonna move it down until it's needed again. Now I can actually start bringing in the bunny pictures. This is so small. I'm actually very curious to see if the new Photoshop feature would be able to like fill up the whole poster with the background. So my original plan to extend the image didn't work out that well. It doesn't really look good, so I think I'm just gonna take the bunny and paste it onto another background, which led me into this rabbit hole of looking into like grass pictures. And tell me, why is there so much like good grass content on Pinterest? It's so weird, but I found these pictures which just look so like soft and fresh and bright, and I love them. I have this one, but then I came across this Tumblr post, I think, yeah, of this photo, and I think it's so beautiful. I really want to use it. It doesn't really say who is the photographer, which is kind of sad because I think this is a very beautiful picture. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this one and see how it works out if I just paste the bunny into it. Maybe I'll make the image a little bit brighter because I'm going for this like very fairy tale neon green almost kind of feel. Now I'm gonna try and select the bunny. I think it looks so ridiculous right now, but you have to bear with me. I think I'm just gonna have to put like some time into it, like some minutes. I'll speed up the whole process and I'll catch up with you once it's looking better, hopefully. So after quite a few hours of struggle, we're finally at a point where I feel like I can keep on recording. I was struggling very hard to like make my vision come to life. At first, I thought that maybe I wanted to work with like a glowing element, kind of like this, but it didn't match the background, and no matter which background picture I used, it just didn't look good. Then I thought maybe I would try the same, but like with a different bunny silhouette. So I ended up finding this very like mutant looking rabbit plushie, but I wasn't that satisfied either. So in the end, I ended up going in a little bit of a different direction. This is the background we're working with now, and I managed to insert a bunny which I think looks pretty realistic. I'm still gonna work on a few details. I basically just worked with a lot of layers in a soft light style, and then I would put some gauche and blur on the layer and just do that multiple times. I think it has like 3 or 4 layers. What I've also already prepared is these like cutouts because I wanted them to seem like something you would cut with scissors, so I didn't make them perfect. Then I'll just have to figure out how I want to put the text on the image. The good thing is that I feel like I'm finally finding a direction, and yeah, I think it has potential. Okay, so this is kind of what we have right now. I feel like for the amount of hours I've spent doing this, it's not that great, but it's not bad. I ended up just experimenting a lot with like if I wanted to add some scribbles or not, but I kept going back to having it like be very, very simple. Maybe it doesn't work that well as a poster. Maybe it's more of like an Instagram post. I think the textures did add a lot to it. Like you can see that there's like a scan texture, and I think it makes everything look so much cooler. If you want to give me any advice on what you would change about this design, please let me know, because I struggled a lot today somehow to get like the creative juices flowing. I think it does look better like that, like without the border. I think this looks cute, no? Am I the only one? Please let me know if I am. So yeah, I'm not really sure why the text is so blurry now, but to be honest, I'm feeling kind of lazy, so I'm not going to fix it anymore. I don't know, don't take it too seriously. I think I just wanted to do something for fun today. I hope you enjoyed this video either way, even if the result isn't like a huge impressive poster or something like that. If you made it until the end of the video, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. See you next week. Bye bye. No está tan mal.